Hello, welcome back. If you've been in the space before, I'm just going to do a quick introduction here before we get into things. If you haven't been here before, then I encourage you to watch the introduction video to just get more information on what this is all about and what we're doing here. But if you're familiar with this space, welcome back to the new, now, present moment, I like to say. So this is a space where you could relax, let go of your day, let go of things that may have been bothering you or, you've been going at that hasn't been making you feel so good. And to be present with the breath, be present with the moment. Okay, this is a space where we're bridging what we call the 3D, the, very rigid reality that we are quickly moving out of, and bridging it into the present moment, and then exploring all of that multidimensionality of who we are. So it's a beautiful space to be. It's high frequencies. We're tapping into, again, that multiple part of ourselves, and you're doing the work, and I'm simply your guide. Okay, so maybe you're here because you already watched the introduction, so welcome. And this is the second session so far in the series. Don't know how many there'll be, but we're just going to go along with it, get instructions by, my entourage here that's leading the show. And again, I'm merely your guide through this. And it helps you to connect to, again, that larger part of yourself, so you get more familiar with who you are on a deeper level. So we'll be focusing, relaxing the physical, emotional, mental bodies, and utilizing our psychic senses. So here in the 3D, we have, the 5 senses: taste, touch, hair, smell, all those. And in the other dimensions, there's so many more senses. And so you'll get familiar with that. For this session, we have it called Kaleidoscope because we're going to be looking at the various potentials that are very real. And so we call the 3D physical, but really everything is. It's all frequency. And so in the 4th dimension, that's with your thoughts are becoming things, and your present, right? That's the present time space, which you are right now listening to me. And the 5th dimension is that state of well-being in the place where you could take off into all these other dimensions and places that don't exist until your consciousness gets there. So we're going to look into all the various potentials and the worlds of possibilities right here alongside this, what we call the 3D space. And really, it's just a structure of duality. That's the 3D. And it is quickly leaving. And that's why this series is being offered, because it gives you that opportunity to experience this and being guided through it. There's many modalities out there that do this type of work. It's just different variations of that, right? Could be trance work. It could be, being put under, and what do they call it? Hypnosis therapy. There's all sorts of modalities. It's the same space where you dream at night and when you leave the physical body. So, but here we're anchoring and we are expanding, and it's a beautiful co-creational space for us. And again, I'm honored to offer this for you. We are going to be fine-tuning these energies. In the first session, we focused on the light body and integrating that. And if you're not familiar with my work, I recommend going to my website at murielshickman.com. That's in the description. And you can see the various services that I offer. If you want a one-on-one session and to go a little bit further than what these offer, please contact me through the booking contact page on my website, or send me an email. And because sometimes you just need that extra guidance. And I've been doing this work for about 10 years, a little bit, close to 10 years, and doing it one-on-one with my clients, but in an hour session. So it's very intimate. And so you're able to get closer guidance. It's like being that one-on-one tutor type of thing. And you're doing the work, mind you. I'm not doing it for you. You have your own inner being. You have your own soul, your entourage, I like to say. all sorts of beings, your ancestors, your guides, they're always here and assisting you. They don't go anywhere. It's just us who are distracted, really. This realm of duality tends to distract us a lot. And so this is a way to focus that, you know what, I have a whole legion of friends that are assisting me all the time, and it's getting familiar with that, because that's where we're going as humanity. Is we're stepping it up, and our frequencies are raising, and we're starting to bridge and become that crystallized being here, and not arguing for limitations of duality, and really honoring our present moment, because that's where really everything takes place. So there's prep time for this, right? So get a comfy space, place that's not much noise. Of course, you can't avoid all of it. You can block it out, and that's what we're doing. But for the most part, comfortable, and get some tissues, maybe get a glass of water, and get whatever you want that makes you feel comfortable. Something that you want to have next to you, you know, some comfy blanket or pillows, or get yourself your space really the way that you want it. You can lay down or be sitting up. You can watch the video if you want. I always put a background there so you can have your eyes open, but I do encourage you to shut your eyes, because when you shut your eyes, then it gives you more focus point so that you can concentrate on what's happening within your being. But again, it's your show, it's your experience, so you can do whatever makes you feel good to do. Okay, so we're going to be breathing, relaxing into the space, and just being comfortable. If you end up falling asleep, that's okay. I actually tested out the first session, and I ended up falling asleep, so that was a good experience. So it works. If that's something that you want to do, it helps you just slip into dream time, and that's fine. Even if you don't have any visuals that happen, you just wake up when, you know, I say my last words in the space. That's fine too, because again, it's your show. You're meant to go where you're meant to go, and you allow the higher part of yourself, you know, all your friends who are participating in this with you in the other dimensions, to assist you. So without any further ado here, we're going to move into the space. So let's dive in. And again, I want to say thank you for subscribing to the channel. And, I'm going to open up the comments too. So if you want to leave a comment, if you really want to just reach out to me just to give me some input and how this is working for you, that would be greatly appreciated too. So yeah, let's dive in. Okay, so you're now in your space, and you're getting relaxed, even if that's laying down, sitting up, however you feel comfortable. And you have your water next to you if you need that. Anytime you need to get up, do so, and either stretch or go to the bathroom if you need to. Okay, so take a breath. Breathe a few times, real deep breaths. In your breath of choosing, breathe as though you have your lungs in your heart. So breathe into the heart space. notice yourself. Notice the in and take it to the top. And then the out breath. Notice the flow as the air breathes out of you. Your breath is breathing you. So you don't have to have any effort here. As you're breathing, notice that flow. Notice yourself. Notice your body, how you're feeling right now. Perhaps there's things that's going on in your mind that's coming up. Back to the breath. So you're relaxing more into your space now. Letting go of the focus on the thoughts or things that may be coming up. And you're just relaxing more. Relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your face. Relaxing your eyes. Relaxing your stomach. And your legs. Perhaps you might be noticing sensations in your body. But we're going to be focusing on things in the body and in what you're feeling that makes you feel good. Okay. There's always going to be pains perhaps that you have, or the aches, pressures, endless thoughts. But here we're relaxing into the body, into your being. So keep breathing. If you can put a smile on your face. Just lift those muscles up on the face and put that smile on your face. Happy, relaxed, present, here, now. So if you can choose a place that you like out in nature, you can even be in your space where you're at right now. That's fine. It could be a place, the beach, the ocean, the forest, countryside, up in a high space, a cliff, a cave. You choose your particular place that you like. It could be a place from childhood that you used to like to go to, that made you happy and secure and safe and alive and free. It could be a place where your imagination just offered to you, not of this world, of the 3D world. So as you're breathing here and you have your space, if you can, sit down there in that place. It could be up against a tree. It could be alongside the water, the ocean, a river, You choose your space. Excuse me. Now bring your attention to your feet. Okay, as you're breathing. Notice your feet. And then do a body scan. So go slowly up from your toes, up through your feet. Take your time with this. Around the backside, in and around. And if you want to, you can even notice a white light coming up through the earth and assisting with you during this. Or whatever you're being shown, go with that. So you're going to do a body scan, go around the ankles and then up the legs, through the torso, up through the chakras, and there in the power center back in front, through your heart space, and so on, up and up. Through the throat chakra, all back in front and around, up through your head, to the third eye, and then up through the crown. Even go up 3 feet above that. And again, I'm just assisting you. I'm just a guide here, just one of your guides. You get the point, and then you take your time with that as you're breathing. And then at some point you will go back down again and move through your body. And notice anything that comes up, any sensations. You might be noticing some things that really don't belong there. And as this frequency is moving through you, it's going to be taking it with it, kind of collecting it up and releasing it in to that light. As you're doing this, you may be feeling a lighter sensation too. Perhaps your legs are lifting and disappearing from your consciousness and the heaviness of your body, and if there's any. But around your arms, your hands, everything is becoming soft and relaxed as you're breathing. Here in this space, you're free to choose. You're free to choose your feelings of happiness and content, satisfied, joy. Those emotions that release you to you continue your journey in your life, in your physical body, lighter, not carrying so much of the baggage that just doesn't belong. It's not needed. As you're breathing, sensing, feeling, you may have gone all the way body scan 1 time. Bring that out 2 times or 3 times. Maybe you have already been doing that. Maybe your attention has gone somewhere else. So that's perfectly fine. This is your show. You allow whatever comes up, and you take that journey. You might find yourself what's considered daydreaming. even past this voice, and you're off on a totally different realm, and you're not even listening to this voice. That's perfectly fine. As you're breathing. Sometimes we feel that we need to do something about those feelings, those emotions that just don't belong. But when we take our attention away, even if it's for a brief time, like sitting in the space, as you're creating your own space, you bring this with you. So keep breathing. Notice your presence. So we're in this space now. We're in multiple places all at the same time. You could be aware of one, two, several more all at once. So listening to this voice, breathing, being present, noticing your body, and then noticing the space in which we're in now. Again, it could be, for instance, somewhere out in the forest, or maybe some of you are walking a path, many miles, that has many miles to it. And you're starting out on that path. It is suggested to sit down where you are, but you don't have to. Again, this is your space, so you do what you feel. So be there. Notice the different sensations of the space. Perhaps you can smell something. You're hearing something as you're breathing. Notice the temperature. Notice the time of day. Notice the era. Is it light? Is it dark? Is there a breeze? Bring in those 5 senses. If you need to at any time, drink some water. Notice if there's anyone around you. Notice the presence. Sometimes the sense of the larger, expansive part of you, the expansiveness of you. Be like, oh, I'm all alone. But there's more here, but it's not separate from me. Or maybe you're noticing guides show up, your ancestors. Maybe, you are seeing colors, smelling colors, tasting the temperature. Some of the senses might be blending as you're breathing. Now, what we want you to do is there's something next to you. It could be to the left, to the right, in front of you. It might not even be a thing. Some of you might experience this differently as you're breathing. It looks like a cylinder. If you could pick that up, the old kaleidoscopes. The old kaleidoscope you pick up when you're a kid. And you look through it. And they show you how to do this as you're looking through this. Some of you might not have the cylinder. Some of you might simply be able to look over, look up. Take that gaze to the third eye right now. Look up to your third eye with your eyes closed. Stay there and breathe. Some of you might experience a kaleidoscope effect. Different colors, different shapes, different frequencies, and they're changing now. They continue to change, and that's at the pace in which you want to experience. So it's as if you have a sort of remote control where you can control the speed of this show. As you're breathing, some of you might be looking through that cylinder. Perhaps there are goggles you can put on there. Maybe the entire landscape is changing right in front of your eyes, and you're seeing it. Beautiful patterns of colors and shapes, textures. It may be bringing up some memories. As you're breathing into your stomach area, and just relax that power center of your body. Noticing yourself. Noticing, and you can notice more than one things at a time, more than one situation. Perhaps you have a friend next to you that showed up for you, the show too. Or friends. Now, notice anything in your body that may be an area where you've wanted to relieve any pain or pressure or tension in. That could be anywhere. Humans are thinking beings, and there's a lot of activity that goes up in that head. As you're watching this show, I want you to continue to breathe. Be present. Relax. If there's any one particular pattern that catches your eyes, notice how that frequency is coming and relieving that part of your body. So it's as if a laser is coming from the sky and just beaming its light frequency into that area of your body. Could be several areas. It could bounce off that area and go to several areas. Just be present here and make sure you're breathing. This wants you to take 3 good deep breaths into your heart space. As your breathing is relaxing, your breaths get longer and longer. make note, too, of those areas of your body. That are coming together in a way where it's assisting that network of where your emotions are. It's as if these frequencies from these different shapes are relieving, pulsing. And again, this can be as slow or as fast as you want it to be, and also bring it out to your sleep space tonight, or whenever you're listening to this. It could be that evening, it could be the evening in which you're listening to it too. So when you slip into your sleep space, you can bring this into that space too. So you're doing very good here. You might notice some things that are coming up that you don't need to do anything about. You're just noticing it. That's all you're doing. You're just noticing that there's no need to go to the past. It's a habit. But the more you come into these spaces for yourself, the more you have the ability to break the habit and to go into a more relaxed present space within yourself. And this is what it's offering you. Some of you might just be experiencing a beautiful show of endless potentials. See, what we call the past was once the present. But everything's happening now. And what we call this future is also the now. Notice the bridge as you're breathing. And relaxing. Notice how big you are. Notice the expansion of your heart space. Notice how loved you are. In this lighter space, you are seeing and being and realizing all of everything. And the places and spaces that are considered no thing is part of this grand, loving expansion. Every breath that you take is cleaning and clearing out and making room within your being and your body. Notice these potentials, the spaces that you can peek into. They're showing you things. They're showing you something that's important for you to realize. They're showing you a pathway that's available now. It's not something that you're perhaps moving towards. It's happening in the space, and your mere look over and focus to it is showing you that it's always existed. As you're breathing and creating, this is your reality. This is your show. This is your special, sacred, divine place of being. There's no one quite like you. And here you can sense that. Notice your comfortable position right now. Ease. This is easy. This is spacious. This is freedom. This is living now. No longer waiting. Not having to be patient. Not really having to do anything. This is a space to allow. This is the peaceful space. For all what you thought that you wanted is right here, presenting itself. As you're breathing, you can perhaps remember a time when you were a child and you did look through a kaleidoscope and you did notice these patterns and they brought your attention. You couldn't look away. It was so much fun. It's so much fun. Right now, you're bringing that into the space. It's here now. You're enjoying that now. There was nowhere to go. There was nothing to do. You didn't notice you needed to eat something or drink something. You didn't notice that you had to do any bodily functions except for the fact that you were really mesmerized and focusing. See, this is new. This is a new position. This is a new space. These are new ideas. This is exciting. Not wanting, no needing, simply being. You notice in this space, with all this changing scenery, what's happening around you, in you, it's part of you. It's not stationary. If you look far enough away, it seems to be, but when you get close to it. So I want you to get a little closer to some of these patterns. Something's drawing your attention. Maybe one you want to just freeze frame and stop. Just really look at it. So there's some light within that. It's really drawing your attention to it. We want you to go towards that. You'll notice that it's been coming towards you this whole time. It's a free floating, allowing sensation. There's something there. There's something here. This is the spaces where all of your ideas come and you just go towards it because it just feels good. You can't do anything else but just to notice this. Perhaps there's, an idea that is coming to you that you had forgotten about. Something that has been wanting to get your attention, but again, you've been focused somewhere else. Here, allow it to present itself, to show itself. As you're breathing. So now bring your attention to the movement of this endless flow. It might not be visuals at this point. It may be in the form of sensations in your body. This is a space to allow the wellness of your being. And you are a beautiful focuser. You're doing a really good job. Congratulate yourself. You're a beautiful creator. You are worthy of these wonderful things that you would like to be manifested. Perhaps it's the health of your body. Perhaps it's the wellness of your mind, your space, relationships with yourself, a kinder connection. Easing up, being gentle as you're breathing. Allowing you to be you. Making peace where you are. So here you are in your space, and you're noticing this display. And again, it could be coming through visuals. It could be coming through your sensations of all your bodies. You're in this space, and you're noticing that light body, the template that you created. Long time ago, time before time. And here you are now experiencing your physical body in an ever-changing world, along with a whole bunch of other creator beings. Whether you agree or not, expanding, being, allowing, magnetizing, being drawn to that flame, like the moth. And this has and always will be your source point. Ever changing, forever expanding. Taking the pressure off, breathing, allowing, breathe. Allowing yourself to be different, to explore, to experience. So here you are in your space. What I want you to do here is notice, like we were doing before, notice the environment, notice your senses, the temperature, the time of day. Perhaps it's now night where it was, it was morning time or afternoon. Perhaps it got a little warmer, or maybe a little cooler. Notice your surroundings, notice those senses, and breathe. So here, you want to get up where you are, stand up there, and move around, whatever the space allows you to do. If you are in a forest, you notice you want to move through the trees. Or if you're on the beach, just take a walk, either alongside the ocean, or maybe you want to go in, put your feet in. Wherever you are, explore that area as you're breathing here. there's somebody, there's a presence. If you notice, there's somebody here that wants to get close to you. Notice them. You're moving towards them as you're breathing. They may be further away or closer up to some of you. But when you get to them, they have something for you. They have a gift. This gift could come in a different form. It doesn't have to be, all boxed up with paper and a bow. It could be something as simple and beautiful as a heart connection, a hug, an embrace, a loving embrace. So just take notice and breathe. So this is what you're going to be taking with you going forward. Knowing that what you consider to be the invisible is always assisting you. And you're going to notice this, and you'll walk going forward. If this is the only time you'll be in this space. Bring this with you. So perhaps it was a conversation, and it's still going on right now. You can come here into the space whenever you want. To do is close your eyes, relax your body, and go to your special place. They're always here. It brings great joy to us that you're bringing those potentials out into the world and creating from such a beautiful space. As you continue to breathe here, notice your body in this space. If you're laying down, if you're sitting up, you just bring your attention to your physical body. You might want to, excuse me, move your fingers, move your toes, wiggle your toes, maybe stretch out a little bit in your space. Drink some water. Your attention is still here. You had taken a walk and you met your friend. You're going to say, "Thank you very much. I love you. I appreciate you." And then take your movement back to where you were in this space. You know, if you were up against a tree, or if you were, again, sitting in the beach or out in the prairie or wherever you were, a big field. Go back to that spot as you continue to breathe. And ground yourself back down there again. Continue to notice that world of potentials, what we consider to be the kaleidoscope, in which you are looking through the lens, or looking up at, or noticing within. This is your painter's palette. This is your space. We're merely awakening that ancient wisdom that all children come forth knowing. Going back to home base. Because how you feel matters. They could say this is probably the most important thing of being in this space. You're going to get anything at all, is that how you feel, your feelings, your emotions matter the most out of anything. You're caring for yourself. Take caring for yourself. So what we want you to do now is, here, we just want you to slowly open your eyes. If they are already open, just, again, move your body around. You know, stretch out your arms, stretch out your legs. Maybe move the shoulders up and down. A little shoulder movement, some movement. Make sure you drink plenty of water. Maybe take a walk. Move your body. Integrate what's been taking place today. And having a beautiful rest of your day or your evening.